Hi Year 4. So I'm just creating a quick tutorial on how to submit the tasks correctly through the Activities tab. So usually we'll have a link in the slideshow that'll take you directly to this tab in Activities. And because obviously the activities do fill up as we post lots, so it can be a little bit difficult to go through and find which is which. So for an example, if I was completing an activity on here and maybe the link's not working, so the first thing I'd do is I'd click on the Activities tab and I'd find the activity that actually matches what you're supposed to be doing. So let's have a look at the, sometimes with, for example, the narrative cold write, all you have to do is click Add Response. And sometimes all it requires is you to upload a photo. I don't recommend taking photos with Seesaw. I recommend taking them with the camera app on your iPad, cropping them up nice and neatly, and then submitting them. So the way I would do that is I would go into the camera app on my iPad, which is there. I would take a photo, and then on my iPad camera app, there are some tools that I can use. So I click Edit, and I can do some cropping to make sure it's nice and neat. And that way we're only seeing the work of the children and not the background and the tables. So I'd click on the crop tool down here, and that actually allows me to, it gives us these corners, whoops, and I can pull the corners in to just crop so I don't have all the messiness of the table or the empty page in the book. And that really brings the work into focus for teachers so that we can read it very easily. So that's how I recommend taking your photos if you're going to upload it onto Seesaw. So crop it all the way in like that, and then when you're done, click Done. And then if I was going to upload that to Seesaw, I would click on Upload, and I'd go Photos, and then I would select my photo from here, and that's the one that I've cropped up nicely. And then if I need to do any writing or drawing on it, or maybe I need to record myself explaining what's happening, I could use the microphone button, and I can actually draw at the same time as I'm explaining, which is sometimes handy for maths problems. So that microphone button is a useful one sometimes when children are asked to explain their thinking as they're working something out. But in this case, all it is it's a piece of work, and I click tick. And then in response to narrative cold write. And that tells me that I've actually responded to an activity. So that's how you respond to activities. Sometimes there's activities like the 3D shapes one. So if we click add response to that one, there's actually 6 pages to this one. So as we click through all of the pages, children can upload a photo of their 3D shape here, fill that in, and then go to the next page and do the next one. So in this activity, children are expected to name their shape. So they would use the text tool and they would write the name of their shape using the text tool. So for example, and you would move that into the right spot. And then you would use the text tool again to fill in faces, edges, and vertices. If we wanted to put a photo in here, we could click on the camera tool. We could click upload, recents, this one. Then you click on the tick button and there is the photo there. So you can drag that to be the size that you want it. So it's nice and neat there. And then the children can then move on to the next page and do exactly the same thing there. So let's say I wanted to put a different photo in there. It was this one, tick. And try, oops. Oh dear, I uploaded it and I didn't mean to. So what I can do then is I can click on the 3 dots and I can go edit item. So I didn't actually mean to upload it then. Okay, so I'm going to go back into page 2 where I was up to, and I'm going to add my picture. Upload. There it is there. And I can move that into position how I like it. All right, and then you can go through and you can complete each one of those slides. Then when you're done, you click on the tick and then it will add the response. So once again, you can always go into there and click edit item if there's an issue with it. So that's in the activities tab and there all the activities there. So it's just a matter of clicking add response to those.